Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to Cooking with Donna. Today I'm making up some corn chowder. Everything you need for this will be in the description box. All the ingredients. And please watch along as I prepare this delicious soup we usually have in the fall. We all know we're waiting for that cooler weather. A lot of you around the world I know are already having some of it. We're not yet, but it's never, it doesn't have to be cold in order to. A lot of people think, oh, it needs to be cold before you have soups. And I agree, you enjoy it more, I guess. But we're still warm here in Texas, but I bought a bunch of corn on the cob on sale. So I thought make something up with it, peel it, freeze it, use some of it up. So I'm making a corn chowder. So, and I wanted to share this with y'all. Here in my pan, I cut up 5 strips of bacon. We're going to render that down, cook it down till it's nice and crispy. And we'll take that out and get our veggies or our onions sauteed there. This will be for our topping for our corn chowder. So let's get this done. Okay, got my bacon all done here. This is for our topping. Put it on some paper towel there to drain. And now we're going to go ahead and saute in that same bacon grease. Just add a little bit of butter. Good tablespoon size. And then we'll get our onions in here. And we're just going to cook these onions till they start softening. Probably 5 to 8 minutes, and just let those go. Okay, I've been sauteing these now for a good 8 minutes on low. You don't want to fry. You're going to saute them. And we have all of our browning at the bottom from that bacon. But these have been sauteed. Now we're going to add in some garlic. And some flour. This will help thicken and make everything nice and creamy. And I'll let this go for maybe a minute. You're not looking to brown anything. Just getting that garlic sauteed and the raw taste off that flour. Go about a minute on it. Keep stirring it. Okay, we've been going for about a minute there. Excuse me. Stirring. Now I'm going to add in my chicken broth. Now you can go low sodium if you'd like. You control your salt. I'm going to turn this up a bit. Now to this. We'll just get that stirred up. Now we're going to add in our pepper, some thyme, dried thyme. Just kind of crush it in your hands, that thyme. Salt I do normally when I have everything in here and adjust it accordingly. Because if you're using salted broth, you may want to watch it. So to that, I got my potatoes all chopped up over here in some water. I'm going to add my potatoes. I got my corn and my cob there. That helps flavor that broth there. We'll get that put in there. And we'll remove these, of course, after everything's done. There's a lot of flavor in here, that corn flavor. And I'll get my corn in there. And you're basically going to cook this just until those potatoes are tender. I cut them in little cubes. It depends on how large you cut your potatoes. And we're just going to let this come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'll turn it down, and I am going to cover it because we don't want this evaporating. Get everything mixed in there. But once that boils, I'll get my lid on, turn it down to a lower boil, and we'll get our cream in there. Okay, now that has come to a gentle boil there. I just turned it down. Now you're going to cook this, as I said, till your potatoes get, become tender, fork tender. And like I said, cover it. You don't want to evaporate. Keep it covered. Keep an eye on the potatoes. Normally 15 minutes or so should do the trick. Okay, this has been simmering maybe 20 minutes. It depends on what type of potato you use. I'm using golds. Russets tend to, when they're soup, they just keep getting softer and softer and softer. So the golds tend to hold their shape and their texture. So that's what I lean towards, are those. But if you only have russets, just keep an eye on it. Okay. Now, see how that looks yummy. Now we're going to add our cream. And we'll let this simmer. You don't want this to boil. You do not want this to boil. You're just wanting that cream to take on the flavor of everything in there. Just let that set there on not a boil. Just very, very low, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And we're going to bowl up, and it's going to be good. Now, another thing I wanted to mention, if you can't find any corn on the cob, I would suggest frozen corn. Because it's a corn chowder. You want a nice crisp corn, and that's where the corn on the cob comes in, and the cobs in there. So I highly suggest you use corn on the cob. But if you can't find it, I would go with frozen corn. Okay. Okay, there is the corn chowder. I got some shredded cheddar cheese on there, some fresh minced chives, and there's our bacon. I like to usually throw a little bit of oyster crackers on top to eat with it, but I didn't have any, so we're going with good old saltines. You can eat it with whatever you'd like, but here it is. Look at there. That is going to be so good, especially when it's cold out. Oh, I'm going to get a bite here with y'all. Boy, is that good. Oh, that's so tasty. And those potatoes, perfect. It's delicious, y'all. I hope you give this a try. Now, I can eat out of this because this is mine. And that corn, that sweet corn, oh, it's so good. It just, and that cob in there really flavors that broth. But I hope you guys give it a try. And if you're new to the channel, I welcome you. Please like and subscribe and share. It truly helps my channel, and I truly appreciate you. But until next time, you guys love one another, eat well, take care of one another, and make you up some of this. You'll be glad you did. Bye-bye.